Hey, what's up? I got another video for you. It's a transfer case. It's in the wrong format, by the way. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be short, but it got super interesting. We kind of messed it up. Well, I wouldn't say messed it up. It maybe misinformed because I watched a YouTube video on how to do this, to cheese it to save time, and still ended up taking the transfer case apart to figure out why it messed up. So I hope you enjoy it. This better work. Come out of there, buddy. Oh my God. There we go. Oh, feels nice. They might be seated. Let's see if we can get this thing going to 4 low again. That's what you get for trying to cheese a transfer case fix. See what happens here. It's in 2-wheel right now. Nice, it's in 4 high. Still not engaging. Perfect. Yeah, so this was the issue before. See, these pins are kind of burnt up. It was intermittently engaging and acting the same. I really think there's something mechanically wrong with the transfer case here. So it's a good thing that I prepped to pull it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing on the bench and split it and see what's going on. I think because it's getting stuck in 4 low and then it won't disengage back to 4 high sometimes. So I think the guy broke it. Alright, we'll get it apart and see what we see. Alright, so I got the thing apart. I don't see anything mechanically wrong. I don't see anything crazy. Is that in 2? Alright. What the hell? It's not working at all. Alright, a little bit of a rod adjustment there. Yeah, it's locked. I'm going to 4 low. Oh yeah. We're functioning. This rod was not in the proper spot. It's in neutral right now. You can see it. Before, when we installed the new motor, it was in 4 high on the rod here, so it was just pulling from 2-wheel drive. It was already in 4 high, so it was just pulling the vehicle into 4 low when we were putting it in 4 high. And yeah, so took it apart, saw the issue with this shaft here was trying to engage something that it couldn't possibly engage because it was already engaged. Now will I probably do this technique again? Absolutely, because it saves people money. The fluid that goes in this is like $160 a quart. It needs 2 or 1.5, but this rod right here, you make sure you dead blow this thing all the way in to put it in a neutral, 2-wheel drive I should say, before you re-key or re-time the motor to go back in, and get some transmission assembly grease to hold those gears in place, especially if you're upside down, because they'll just fall right out of onto your face otherwise. And I'll show you the timing marks on the other old unit right now. So this is the bottom cover here. You see that line on this gear? Controls the switches here. That line needs to be facing this hole on the bottom cover. And here, you might be able to see it better, but there's this line which ends up lining up with this line right here, and your gearing is going to go in here as well. There's a line on that, I can get it in there. And that is going to line up somewhat like this, about like that. Again, that rod comes all the way through up here. This thing right here. See the housing. And you want that all the way as far as it'll go with a dead blow. Get that thing seated in the neutral position or two-wheel drive. And once you got all these pins back in position here, and assembly grease to hold them up in the vehicle, the fat end of this gear that will drive this other gear right here, and get this seated in there. You can rotate it a little bit. Just make sure you're kind of in time right around here. Then you just put the cover back on and then cycle through the gearing to see if the transfer case will go in the gear. If it don't, you try it again. If not, you know, take it to your mechanic to have them fix it. And if you need like a better description on how to do this in your driveway, I'll find a video on YouTube that does it the right way, not the video that I watched that does it the wrong way. You know, I'll put that in the description.